All right, folks, welcome to the pre-game here on an early edition of Mech Master Broadcasting or something along those lines. Today we are going to be messing around trying to do an unannounced last minute event utilizing a hybrid version of train control. It is no secret that my end goal is to return to Chaos March and play something called a continuous drop. To get there, we have to go through terrain control, which means that we utilize league mode settings and a few gentlemen's agreements, shall we say, to modify the standard terrain control that you play in the vast majority of Mechwarrior Living Legends games. So right now, we're going to wait for players, and it might be a bit. So I am going to describe the event and play, I believe, against this other random pilot on the public server. So when you normally start terrain control in Living Legends, you have the ability to buy what we call starter assets. You get 43,000 sea bills, you come out, and you play. You capture bases, and by the way, this is a new map called TC Clearcut, based off of the old map TSA Clearcut. And so I will be playing this for the first time. So you rank up when you do things. You rank up when you defeat enemies. You rank up when you capture bases. You rank up as you progress in playing the game. Well, that's all good, and there are regular organized terrain control events every week, every 2 weeks. What we're looking to do is change that up a bit and see what things are available to make it feel a bit more organized, make it feel a bit more Chaos Marchy, if you will. So, how do we do that? Well,
chain fire.
We build the meta. We rebuild the event metagame, utilizing the tools that are available to us built into Living Legends. So as part of that attempt back in a few years ago, we switched to using C-bills per pilot in our drops, in our event. Well, the issue with that, there's really no issue. We fixed a lot of it.
Right torso damaged. Right torso damaged. Left torso damaged. Right torso critical.
Use C-bills per pilot in a train.
Left torso critical.
So, yesterday,
Center torso critical. Right torso
held
destroyed.
a rare Friday event to try and allow who might not be able to play normally on the weekends. And we tested some of this. Now what we did was, when you look at information in Living Legends, you have here on the screen C-bills. And when you do better in battle, you'll see down here at the bottom of the screen, rank progress, okay? And you get C-bills. So when I do a little bit better here, when I respawn, eventually, instead of starting with the base 43,000 C-bills, I'll eventually move to 49,000 C-bills. Well, what I'm going to do with the tests with the event when we get going later today is I'm going to switch that. I'm going to take the C-bills out of the equation. So instead of worrying about what C-bills you have and what money you can spend, I'm going to move to these ranks down here. You see where it says rank down here in the bottom by the C-bills? It says initiate and then next cadet. Well, what we found interesting that we played with last night was that we take ranks to equal tickets. What are tickets? Well, the number at the top of the screen shows that there are 385 tickets or 382 tickets. In terrain control, you lose tickets when you die. So when I died in that Uller just now, Kit Fox, Uller, same thing. I lost 3 tickets. Well, technically 5 because your battle armor pilot that I'm currently spawned as counts as 2 tickets. We ignore that for these purposes, but that was a 3-ticket asset, okay? And when we used to play Chaos March, we had 2 things that we had. We had a tonnage limit and a battle value limit. Tonnage limit was just there to make sure that the 2 teams were generally balanced, and then we brought in the battle value limit to allow comparable dangerous things to do it. So what we're going to be doing, or attempting to do, is replicate. Remember, we're trying to do Chaos March in terrain control mode. So we need 2 things. Well, the general is the rank, and the more specific, theoretically, is the tickets. So right now, I have the first base level of Initiate. So I have 1 ticket. Okay, well, first off, I'm going to go grab something there. But had I started at this with 1 ticket, then we would have been at
Assembly ready in Hangar Bay.
1 ticket asset. So I would have been stuck in a harasser or an APC. And then as I move up, you move up 1 ticket per rank. And so we start low and we go high. But we also found out that you can go in reverse. And that was interesting. Starting out with anything you want to use, and the better you do in the game, the more limited you get using your assets.
Systems nominal.
So anyway, I'm going to just broadcast for a little bit here, and we'll see if we attract some players. Like I mentioned, deciding to do today, Saturday, was a last-minute decision. I've got time here in the command subs, we call it, to play some Living Legends, and so I'd love to see if we end up getting some stuff in. But if not, we'll get a pretty good look here at the new map in TC Clearcut. And if you're looking for how this works in action, yesterday's live stream got going pretty well about an hour into the live stream, I believe. And so, be able to move there. So the goal is players want to play terrain control. They don't mind playing single life either, and we're trying to experiment and get some ideas.
Left arm damaged. Left arm critical. Left arm destroyed. G fire. Right arm critical. Right torso damaged. Right leg damaged. Left torso damaged. Right arm destroyed. Right torso critical. Right torso destroyed. Center torso critical.
So anyway, what we end up doing is utilizing things that are built into the game. We found out that when we did C-bills per player, that worked well because you could look into the game, into the menu here, and go, okay, I have this many C-bills, and that works. So what else is in here? You've got tickets built in. And the core of
Assembly in progress.
Core of train control is usually based around tickets. It can be based around score. That is a rare thing to see. But
Assembly ready in Hangar Bay 1.
so we start to experiment with where can we find a hybrid between a drop mentality.
Reactor online.
And
Sensors
train control.
online. Weapons online.
Long road.
All systems
It's a
nominal.
moving target. But
Automatic
it's something to
shutdown
take a look at.
system offline.
So what we'll do is we'll play to the end of this map. We get going with the event, great. If not, it's all right. And we'll slowly sit back and take a look. And when Chaos March returns next month, that'll be the start of a season. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to try to connect the 4 Chaos March seasonal events this year together and do something. No, we're not talking about the return of drop calcs. No, we're not talking about coming back and playing it every weekend and having teams and all that. But I do want to do something more than just have the separate events. So we'll have to kind of see what we're looking at, what we're able to do, what things we're able to play around with.
Gene fire.
The events for this year are posted at the Mechmaster site and also on the
Gene fire.
Guardians Discord channel, I believe, something like that. And so we'll be back on March 16th with the Chaos March event. That is a Saturday, and that'll look a little bit more like traditional Chaos March used to look, but
Echo
utilizing
5.
the things that we
Outpost captured.
playing the more individualized, unconnected events
Gene
the
fire.
next couple years. Now, one of the things that we're working on is trying to get a head start on prep
Gene
for
fire.
this year's 3v3 event coming up in November. So we've got the practice event, as I call it, coming up in June, and right now I've got that scheduled to be a
Echo
2-day
5. Outpost under attack.
and that one will be working on setting up some of the changes to freshen up the 3v3 event a bit. I don't know how much
Gene fire.
we'll be messing around with, but
Gene fire. Gene fire. Group fire. Gene fire. Group fire. Left torso damaged. Gene fire. Center torso damaged. Right torso damaged. Gene fire. Head damaged. Left torso critical. Caution. Heat level. Right torso critical.
yeah, Fox.
Hovercraft
personal favorite.
destroyed. Left
So-
arm damaged.
3v3 event will be looking to do some stuff.
Foxtrot 5. Strategic point captured.
The idea is getting rid of or minimizing the downtimes and trying to figure out a way to fit a drop into or attaching it to a terrain control match. So we've got the league mode settings is another thing that we can mess around. to change around the aspects of the game. For the 3v3, we're going to be evaluating what we can do to get that running a little smoother, get that a little, I don't know. Maybe we'll look at some new maps for the year. We'll look at some options for what we're able to do with metagame
shutting down.
Just getting it to run a bit smoother, I think. But that's the big one for the year, usually, and still will be. This year we've got
Reactor
the 10th anniversary.
online.
Oh my goodness,
Sensors online.
of
Weapons
Chaos
online.
March.
All
And
systems
I've held on
nominal.
for the past couple of years trying to get to do something big for that. And so I've been evaluating, thinking about, okay, what's something big? And so I'm starting to think about what I want that to look like, and then figure out what I can deliver with that. Right now, a great thing that's happening is that the other event runners are starting to branch out and experiment with some new things. They're looking at some new maps, they're looking at some new gameplay scenarios, they're fleshing out some ideas that people have had and getting them to work or find out if they don't work. And so I'm gonna talk to the event runners, see how things go, see what's new in the
Group fire.
event running area, shall we say. And then take some of those ideas, maybe mix them together with some of the things that I've got going on in my own head there, and see what we can do. CM has been always a mix of experimenting and sticking to the tried and true game modes. So we'll see what we're doing there. So again, if you're just tuning in or watching this, there was a last minute decision on my end to try and do another day of something crazy event.
Delta 4. Outpost
We'll
captured.
see if we get that in. For right now, I'm just using this to kind of be a
Chain fire.
show you around the new map, TC.
Chain fire.
Show you around the new map and just talk out loud a little bit. Think about what I'm looking to do with some of the events coming up
Chain fire.
this year. Right now, I'm scheduling myself about one event a month to try and contribute to playing around in Living Legends. And some of the things I've got planned are pretty standard: show up and play, and a couple of the dates are a little more involved, setting up and figuring out some stuff, just trying to make things feel more fresh, trying to see if we can get a payoff on some of the experimentations we've been doing over the past couple of years with CM and the other events.
Chain fire.
So at the moment, there are 2 Living Legends players
4.
on.
Outpost under attack.
So at a minimum, we'll just sit here and play to the end of the fight here on
Echo 5.
Clear Cut, and
Outpost captured.
maybe we'll sign off at that point
User
and
joined your channel.
head out.
Chain fire. Echo 5. Outpost under attack. Group fire. Chain fire. Echo 5. Outpost captured. Group fire.
See if we can
Left arm
track some people
damaged.
here, and then if so, we can maybe
Chain
do a
fire.
yesterday. That's kind of the plan.
Chain fire. Left fire neutralized. Left arm critical.
Oh, I love this Kit Fox. I don't use it often enough. So anyway, one of the things that I've been attempting to do is get a better handle on the maps in Living Legends, because there are a lot of maps. The game is 15 years old, and there are a lot of maps that either are out of rotation because they're buggy. There are some maps that are out of rotation because they're just too big for the player population. There are older version of maps. My Living Legends freezes up. There are older versions of maps that are different than the newer versions, and there are a whole subset of TSA maps that don't get played very often. I'm trying to sit there and reintroduce some of the older maps to find maps that aren't played a whole lot and freshen up the events, the rotations. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm a part-time player here on Living Legends, and they have regular organized events and obviously regular public games every day. And there's a lot of knowledge out there about why certain maps are not in rotations. There's a lot of knowledge on why it's not a good idea to play maps. And ah, hmm. But I'm trying to utilize that knowledge that's been built up over those 15 years, knowledge that players have that play regularly. And one of the things that I have gotten away from in Chaos March that led to its downfall initially, and I'm trying to figure out if I can rebuild part of it, is listening to the experts. There are people out there that literally design maps. There are people out there that design the game. There are players out there that play all the time. There are people out there that have skill sets and have ideas to build up upon, right? And so I've got knowledge myself. I'm a veteran of the game. I've played a long time. I need to sit back and go, okay, instead of just deciding, let's try this map today, let's do that map today. Hey, what maps are in vogue? What maps are people playing, right? And take that knowledge and go, okay, well, I noticed that we're not playing this map that we used to play. I noticed we're not doing that we used to play. And okay, let's test this. I'm a 0.4 at 82,000. So let's see, terrain control. Anytime not keyword. Terrain control. Train control. Okay. Train control guide, train control. Rank. Okay, so I am a 0.4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ticket assets. Bushwhacker, Shadowcat. Okay, so using what we would be designing today, Bushwhacker or Shadowcat, it has to be a Bushwhacker. And I need to be able to click on something. The Disco Bushy isn't a thing anymore. Probably hasn't been for a very long time either. But okay, I need something that can fight 2 assets at once and still get some speed going here. Let's face it, you can't go wrong with the Bushwhacker beat. Okay, so there are 100 maps in Living Legends. Well, there's 50 maps in Living Legends. 100 including variants and stuff like that.
All systems nominal.
Just sold the Kit Fox. What are these weapons groups? So again, if you're just joining in, I was attempting to throw together a last minute event today after we had the announced one yesterday, and we'll see if we get in on that with pilots. For now, we're just going to roll in with this new map here on TC Clearcut. Well, new to me. It's been out for a little bit. Finding maps, finding ways to get a map rotation up to play and get some things that are a bit different than what is played every day when you play in public games and terrain control. Okay, tier 8. Rifleman. Gotta be something more than something other than just the rifleman, isn't there? Now wait a minute, what's the difference between tiers and tickets? Hmm. Tiers and tickets are two different things. So I was using tickets yesterday. Train control, tickets, damage, tiers, tickets. Asset ticket values. So that's what I was using yesterday. Huh. All right, anyway. 8, Warhammer, Shrek, Hewitt, Shodan.
Strategic point captured. Five. Outpost captured.
8 tickets.
Assembly in progress.
So we'll play this out, and like I said, we'll see if we can attract some pilots and get something moving. For now, you are watching me make some random thoughts on events. Oh. Oh.
Automatic shutdown system offline. Chain fire.
Trying to find maps and then kind of make a custom make a custom chaos march map pool, if you will, and take those maps and make that part of the feature of the games, the events. Debut, well, not debuting maps, really can't do that, but just coming in and finding, going back to the chaos march playbook, if you will, There actually is a field manual written up many years ago, a very long 30-page document. Take that down to about 3 pages and just rebuild the event format. Figure out what we want to do, what's available, and just go out there, do some testing, do some testing, get some ideas out there, and see what we're capable of doing. Bring back CM for a modern age for a little while, and just kind of roll from there. Now, one thing that just occurred to me is that there's a base to capture here.
Gene fighter.
Again, if you're watching, we are live streaming a public game on the relatively new map, TC Clearcut. And I'll stick around for a little while and see if, at a minimum, we can get the pub games going here in Living Legends.
Outpost captured.
See if I can figure out my way around here. Get back to safety. It's about to be 3-on-1 very quickly. This is a good example of verticality in a map. These multiple levels, like I'm playing on TSA Underground right now. TC Underground. Anyway, sit back there and figure out oh, that doesn't do any good. Out of here. So anyway, trying to get together maps and sticking to that map pool. Try to get together game modes, stick to those game modes, and then from there figure out what the meta is. What is a metagame? A metagame is something on top of just what you're playing in Living Legends that affects the gameplay. It used to be that you would fight for planets in Chaos March, and that teams would buy things each week, and there would be progress. You would earn money. There was an economy and all that. Complicated stuff. Fun if you've got a bunch of commanders that want to do that and a bunch of teams that want to do that, but slows things down, gets in the way of just playing.
Outpost under attack.
So trying to bring that back without overdoing it is kind of what the Chaos March restoration project would be. And because for me
Echo 5.
The metagame
Outpost under
you're
attack.
missing from the events. There still is a metagame, right? Because of the things that we're changing on top of game modes that are built into the Legends. The drop itself is a metagame.
Delta 4.
I'm trying
Outpost
to
lost.
connect events. Trying to rebuild. I can't rebuild a league mode feeling to it, but trying to do something other than just each individual event being its thing. But
Group fire.
who you build?
Shutting down.
Just figuring that out, putting Chaos March back together and playing it.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So anyway, so at the moment we are ending public game 1. Maybe we'll add as dead Jib.
Withdraw,
Is what I would say.
There's no more honor to be gained here.
Oh.
We have dishonored our clan with this failure.
Oh. But let's see if we can build something here today. Let's see if we can build something. So again, no event at the moment. But some players on a pub game. Let's go take a look. Oh. You're up for it. Why don't we team up on this one and use the rules from yesterday and see how that works against fighting against the public players doing the normal TC. Yeah, accept that. Oh. Okay, so for purposes of the stream and for my own entertainment, I'll play another map. I am going to use the I am going to use the something crazy rule set here, or what a little bit that we've gone. So I am limited at rank 1 to 1 ticket. Now, mind you, because this is a public game server, we don't have the unlimited money, so there will be like 3 different restrictions going on me at the moment. But I have 1 ticket available, which limits me to a Mithras, Harasser, or APC. I don't know how to drive a Mithras very well, so let's get into a Harasser. Let's take a look here. Okay.
Assembly in
Dual streak
progress.
6s. Limit one thing. Let's see what this looks like.
Assembly ready in hangar bay. 1.
I've not played terribly much in this map. I do like the look of it. I like that theme. Map can be played in TSA mode. How big this is. This might not be a half bad idea for space. Probably cold temperatures I know. Yeah, -10. This might not be a bad candidate for future 3D.
Automatic shutdown system offline.
Okay. So let's run an experiment here. I am
Left armor damaged. Left armor damaged.
I'm gonna Harasser and Mithras.
Assembly in progress.
Oh, so that's something crazy. But we'll play this one map, and I think
Assembly
we'll
ready in Hangar Bay. 1.
call it a day for the stream. But that
Automatic
is
shutdown
the
system
idea
offline.
that came out of this, which was to begin building towards that end goal of the continuous drop. And if there was ever a year with which to put together 5 maps on a weekend and throw some stuff, throw the kitchen sink at it one more time, this would be the year to do it. So again, I think we're going to play this last map
Hotel
right
1.
here and
Outpost captured.
call it up on a stream. We succeeded in getting this population up a little bit. I think that it's not too likely that we'll be able to get organized rolling for that. What I'm doing is I am attempting to play this game utilizing competitive I am with my awesome skills.
Left armor damaged. Left armor critical. Right armor damaged. Front armor damaged. Front armor critical.
49,000. Oof. Which is going to be tier 2. What's that thing? Oh. Huh, we can use a battle armor now.
Assembly in progress.
Just slowly sit there,
Assembly ready in hangar bay.
Get back and
1.
tune where things are in Living Legends and see how we can contribute.
Automatic shutdown system offline.
So at the moment, I am utilizing tickets, public, utilizing, I'm pressing down here, it's okay.
Right armor damaged. Turret damaged. Right armor critical. Turret critical. Critical damage detected. Turret destroyed.
Okay, still 49,000. Which is... Make this easier, we could just look up the C bills. Okay, I'm at 49,000, that is ticket tier 2. Makes things simpler. Does it work that way? Go back to that Kit Fox. Seemed to be doing halfway decently with that earlier.
Assembly in progress.
Again, you're watching a public game on Mechwarrior Living Legends on a Saturday.
Assembly ready in hangar bay.
Broadcast I described
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
What we were
All
practicing
systems
yesterday
nominal.
and what we might do in the
Automatic
future.
shutdown system offline.
Are on standby to see if we get enough pilots for doing a small version of the event today, but given the last minute decision I did to start the game about an hour before, and just that it is a
Bravo,
rainy
7,
Saturday. I
outpost
think
captured.
this broadcast will be 1 to 2 games of public trade control, and we'll boot our efforts back into starting prep for CM.
Left arm damaged. Left arm critical. Left torso damaged. Left torso destroyed. Right arm critical. Right arm destroyed. Center torso critical. Right torso critical. Bravo, 7, outpost under attack. Bravo, 7, outpost lost.
So I have moved
User
out.
disconnected from your channel.
Ticket. But
Assembly in
yeah,
progress.
we're going to play this map out, and then we're gonna get out of here for today. It's not impossible. My schedule's open tomorrow, but I think that
Assembly ready in Hangar Bay. 1.
yesterday was a good start. But we got the schedule vetted. Oh.
Disconnected.
Actually,
Bravo, 7, outpost captured.
oh. Give me a minute, folks. I'm gonna
Channel edited. Channel deleted. Channel deleted. Channel moved. Disconnected.
Okay, viewers, I told you that I would play to the end of the map. We'll do that. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it, folks. Yeah. Okay, I am the Mech Master, bringing you the games as only as I can. Today we're gonna do the second day of the event. Things just did not work in our favor today, so we'll see you on the other side. Our next broadcast will be Saturday, March 16th for the return of Chaos March. As possible. We'll activate the 2024 season of Chaos March on that date. If you're looking to see what today was going to be, check yesterday's broadcast about an hour in. Long Live Living Legends. The game is free, not free to play. mechlivinglegends.net. MEK Master for things that I'm working on. And at some point, we'll get those edited 2023 3v3 videos up on the channel. Thank you for watching and have a good evening.